Hey, so it's me again. We're going to talk about dramatic acting in animation. How to, even if it's a limited animation project you're working on, or obviously full animation, you want to make the character's attitude as clear as possible. And even if it's a very simple project, you can still get really good acting and very clear acting and emotions in your character. So this is, again, we're talking about Lil Lily. So in our last episode, we have Lil Lily, and her dad has just told her that he sends stuff overseas. So she goes into her room. She's very depressed, and she wants to think about it. And she's trying to figure out what she needs to do about this, or if she can do anything. So we have her down. Remember, she walked in the room, and her head was down. Her body attitude was sort of slumped over. No dialogue, just sort of walking in the room. And this attitude follows what we've already seen. It's a close up, so we see her face. And so she's thinking. She's looking up for inspiration, and all of a sudden she gets an idea. Her eyes widen a little bit. She looks over at her stuffed animals and says, "What we need is a hero." So she basically, what's good about this is we see her thinking, and that's always really important when you're doing an animated character. If you can show a character thinking. A change in attitude is also really important. Going from happy to sad, or from sad to happy, or from sort of bored to excited. It's always interesting to see that happen. So we've got a really good shot of this. We've got a nice profile of her just with her eyes sort of half closed, her mouth in kind of a downturned, sort of a sad expression. She sort of looks up and she's thinking to herself, and then she gets an idea. Her eyes widen just a little bit. She stops, she pauses, and then she turns and she has a completely different attitude. Now she's hopeful, and now she reaches out and says, "Hey, what we need is a hero." So again, this is very dramatic. It's not super dramatic like it's opera, but it's a very clear. I think it gives a clear example of a character's thinking, of a character's attitude, and of a character's emotion. So whenever you can get an attitude and emotion into a character, whether it's a still drawing or animating the character, that's really important because I think we've communicated here of her having a change in her attitude and getting more of a positive resolution here. So anyway, that's an example of how to get more dramatic poses and more dramatic action in your animation.